A freelance analyst read a 200-page merger agreement in 11 minutes, flagged the 4 clauses that actually mattered, and billed the client $600 for a report the client's own lawyer said would have taken him a full day. No legal background, no previous client in that industry, just a document, one AI tool most people only use for writing emails, and the willingness to actually test what it could handle. That's the gap this video is about. Most people think Claude is a chatbot for drafting messages, while the people actually making money with it are using capabilities that don't show up unless you go looking, reading entire documents at once, running steps on its own, and building small working tools without writing a line of code. None of that is locked behind a technical skill. It's locked behind knowing it exists, which is exactly what the next 15 minutes fixes. Before we go further, like this so it reaches more people who'd actually use it. Comment with the method number you're starting with and subscribe, because method 6 is something I haven't seen a single other channel explain correctly yet. I only share methods I've tested myself, so if a claim in this video sounds too easy, it's because I already hit the hard part for you and I'm telling you what it actually was. Watch these in order. The review habit I cover partway through applies to almost every method after it, and skipping it is the single most common reason people's first client becomes their last. Method 1 is long document review for people who are drowning in paperwork they don't have time to read closely. A small landlord with a stack of lease renewals, a solo consultant with a client contract full of unfamiliar terms. Claude can hold an entire document, sometimes several at once, and summarize it, flag risks, and answer specific questions against the full text instead of a chopped-up excerpt. Package this as a flat-rate review, $25 to $75 depending on document length, and market it somewhere oddly specific and underserved, like small landlord forums or independent contractor groups, instead of general freelance platforms where this service gets lost. Method 2 is building small internal tools using artifacts without writing code yourself. A boutique gym owner who wants a simple class capacity calculator. A wedding planner who wants a budget tracker her clients can use themselves. You describe the tool in plain language. Claude builds a working, interactive version you can preview immediately, and you iterate by just describing what to change rather than editing anything directly. Charge $150 to $400 per tool depending on complexity, and deliver it as a link the client can bookmark and reuse indefinitely. This is a real, standing service, not a novelty, because most small business owners have no idea a tool like this could exist for them at that price. Method 3 is building a client-specific knowledge assistant using projects. Every consultant, coach, and small agency has some version of the same problem. Their expertise lives in scattered documents, past client emails, and their own head, and none of it is searchable when they need it fast. You set up a project loaded with their existing materials, service descriptions, past proposals, FAQs, so it answers in their voice and pulls from their actual content instead of generic filler. This is a setup plus maintenance service, $200 to $500 to build, $40 to $80 a month to keep it updated as their materials change, and the recurring piece is what makes this method different from a one-time gig. Here's the mistake that quietly ends this kind of work faster than any other mistake on this list. Handing a client an AI-generated deliverable with a confident, specific-sounding error still inside it, a misquoted contract clause, a statistic that sounds plausible but isn't in the source document. Clients in this kind of work aren't hiring you for typing speed. They're hiring you to have already checked, and one wrong number in a document review kills trust permanently, not just for that project. The fix is a source check pass before every delivery. For anything factual or numeric, trace it back to the exact line in the original document before it goes out, because that habit is what turns a first client into a referral instead of a warning story on a forum. Method 4 is turning Claude's research and browsing capability into a research for hire service for busy founders and marketers. A founder who needs a competitor landscape before a pitch meeting and has 4 hours, not 4 days. You set up a structured research task, specific competitors, specific questions, specific format, and let it gather and organize the findings while you handle the framing and the parts requiring judgment, like which findings actually matter for that pitch. This is priced by scope, not time. $100 to $300 for a focused competitive brief delivered same day, and speed is the entire pitch here, because founders will pay a premium for research that arrives before the meeting instead of after it. Method 5 is spreadsheet and financial model repair for small business owners whose books are a mess of manual formulas nobody else can follow. A small e-commerce seller with a profit tracker that's been patched by 3 different people over 2 years and no longer makes sense to anyone, including the owner. Claude can read the existing structure, explain what's actually happening in it, and rebuild the broken parts into something clean and documented, instead of you manually tracing formulas cell by cell the old way. This is specialized enough to charge well for, $150 to $500 depending on the mess, and it's a service almost nobody markets directly, even though almost every small business has exactly this problem sitting in a file they're afraid to open. Method 6 is the one almost no one's doing yet, and it's building lightweight automated workflows using Claude's Agentic capability to complete multi-step tasks on its own instead of just answering single questions. A small e-commerce store that needs new supplier emails read, categorized, and draft responses prepared every morning before anyone checks their inbox. Instead of a single prompt and response, you set up a defined multi-step task: check, categorize, draft, flag anything unusual for human review, that runs on a schedule and hands the owner a clean summary instead of a full inbox to sort through themselves. This sells as a monthly service, $60 to $150 depending on volume, and unlike most methods on this list, your time investment barely grows once it's set up, which is the actual reason this one matters more than it looks like it does. Method 7 is technical and process documentation for small teams that have grown faster than their internal knowledge could keep up with. A startup where the only person who knows how a specific process works is the founder, and nothing is written down anywhere. You interview the team briefly, feed the notes and any existing fragments into Claude, and it produces structured, clear documentation instead of the disorganized wiki most small teams end up with. This pays reliably because it solves a specific fear every growing team has quietly. What happens if the one person who knows this leaves? And that fear translates directly into a business willing to pay $300 to $800 to make it go away. Now here's what turns these 7 from side income into something that actually replaces a job, and it's not doing all 7 at once. The knowledge assistant from Method 3 becomes the foundation the documentation work from Method 7 eventually gets built into, so a documentation client becomes a natural upsell into an ongoing assistant instead of a one-time invoice. The research service from Method 4 becomes the exact proof of work you show a spreadsheet repair client from Method 5, because founders and small business owners overlap more than either group realizes, and one good result in front of the right person tends to open the next door on its own. 2 or 3 of these deliberately connected instead of run separately is worth more than all 7 scattered across different platforms and different client types. I test new AI deals every week. If a new free method comes out, you'll see it here first. Next video, I'm setting up the exact knowledge assistant from Method 3 from a completely empty project, start to finish on a real example, because watching that built once will save you every mistake I made building my first 3.